With the embargo being lifted on WWE 2K26, there's a lot of news coming out. And today, I want to talk about the new DLC characters, gameplay footage, and so much more. And before we get to the exact details, including the entirety of the Ringside Pass Season 1, make sure to leave a like on the video, and if you like wrestling content like this, subscribe to the channel. Starting off, you can now have surprise superstars for certain matches. This is brought from the 101, but you can see here you have, like it looks like an 8-man match, but you have a superstar here that we don't know who it's going to be until you load into the match. It used to be you could click random, but you'd know who that character is going to be, or if you're doing a Royal Rumble and you want to hit like random, you'd know who's going to be entering 30, but now you're going to have a really surprise superstar. You can hit random and you just don't know who it's going to be until you load in the match, or if you're doing Royal Rumble until you see him come out. I love that idea. I love that you can just hit random and you don't know until you load into the match, because that really creates a surprise. You can do open challenges this way. You can do just do randoms, have fun online, and you just don't know who it's going to be until that entrance hits. So I really like this idea. This new gameplay footage shows they have a new blood splatter effect coating the entire screen. So watch this. So you get to see on the entire outskirts here, you have like all this blood on the screen as well as obviously on the characters. So it just has like a flash of red, stays on your screen for a little bit longer. That way you can really feel the impact of each move. So we hit him with the championship, so you really feel he got hit really hard because he's bleeding not only on his character model but also on your screen. Small things like this that really have an impact on the game, so I'm glad they added this. Next is that they have updated the model from the showcase mode of WrestleMania 27 with Randy Orton versus CM Punk. This is what was shown prior. This was the bald Randy Orton, which is not what was happening. They added his hair, which is here. Now it still does not look amazing. It looks very like artificial. It looks like, like a dry erase, like eraser. But it's better. It's better than having someone like this where it's completely outdated. It's just completely wrong. I'd rather them have like a bad attempt at what was correct versus like someone that looks decent but just wasn't true at all. So I'm glad they've finally went in and they made some changes due to the community, having their voice heard. So hopefully before the game actually comes out in about like 10 days or whatever, they could really go in and tone these little things a little bit even further. This one is really nice. They actually updated Austin Theory to have his bald head and his new Titantron and theme song. So what's cool about this is that normally the cutoff date is SummerSlam. If you change your attire, if you change your theme song past SummerSlam, they typically couldn't get you into the game, which is really cool that this he's revealed as the Masked Man, I believe in like December, and they have his new theme song in like January. So it's cool they've taken that and they've updated it so close to the release date. So it gets me excited, not only because I like Austin Theory, but two, because that means what else are they going to do? What other characters are they doing this to they haven't shown us yet? This gameplay footage shows us about thumbtacks. You can see Ray Phoenix here already putting the thumbtacks on the ground in his match against Adam Pearce. But the cool thing is that's not just like every other move. If you happen to hit in the right spot, they react. It is that every single move that happens near the thumbtacks, you're going to see a reaction. You're going to see it stick into your character here. So I'm going to let this clip play. So you see initially he has to sell the move as like he took the Hurricane Rana, he's selling that move. Then the thumbtack hits, then he has to take that and he has to sell that. You can kind of see a little bit, it's very blurry image. You can kind of see thumbtacks in his shoulders and his shoulder blades back here. So it's nice that you have the initial like, oh man, that hurt because he hurt around here in my back. But then it's like, oh man, I got thumbtacks in my back too. So it's really nice that it's not just like you said every other move or just the big moves. It's going to be any time you hit someone with the thumbtacks, they're going to have those unique reactions. This also comes from the 101. It shows that there is the Crown Jewel Championship unlockable in game. This is the one that you have at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view where the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Champion take each other on. Whoever wins the Crown Jewel Championship. Seth Rollins won this year. I think Cody Rhodes won the year before. So it's not really like necessary, but it's cool that they have this this title that's on television, it's on a pay-per-view, it's a whole thing for itself that's actually in the game. And so they have the Crown Jewel arenas, so it's nice to have the actual championship so you can make it more realistic. Now this is from Miss TTV. This is the updated look at Brock Lesnar. This current model, they did change him because if you saw like in the showcase mode trailer or like the gameplay trailers, he looked a little bit outdated, and so this is more of his WrestlePalooza look. He's a little more jacked. He used to be a little skinnier on the sides, which is not what Brock Lesnar is. He's a very large man, so it's nice that they've kind of updated him to get him more lifelike, more it needs to be. Yes, he's a controversial topic, but if you're going to put someone in the game like this, they need to be lifelike. They need to be looking like how they look on television, because if not, like, why are you even putting him in the game then? So it's nice that they've at least given him the extra touches. And so it's cool that when they put these like trailers out, that's just an early version of the game. It's not really what we're going to get on March 6th or March 13th. They really are listening, and they really are like changing it. It's not just like the early access where we're getting. So yes, Brock did not look good originally. They've gone through and they fixed it. Same with Austin Theory. They fixed it. Randy Orton, they fixed it. So they're working behind the scenes, not just announcing everything. So it's really, intriguing. So when I play the game on March 6th, all this stuff I haven't seen before, I get to experience for the first time. And now for the Ringside Pass Season 1. Now our 4 DLC characters, it's all AAA themed. It's El Hijo de Vikingo, it's Lady Flamer, it's Mr. Iguana, and it's Psycho Clown. So they've went completely AAA. It makes sense. We knew Iguana would be in the game because he was on the actual menu screen for Ringside Pass. I was not expecting Vikingo. I'm super excited for that. That's one that instantly when I saw that was my pre-order. I was going to get it anyways, but that was one that I have to get it. I need him in the game. Lady Flamer's gonna be really cool for the women's division. Psycho Clown has a really cool animation where he has 2 masks and you can in game take off 1 mask. So that's really cool right there. So yes, they're doing AAA. They have, the AAA Championship will be in there, as well as the Worlds Collide Arena. So it's cool to see AAA kind of themed each one. So I'm assuming we might get a TNA theme. Give me Jeff Hardy, please. But you can see here, they have the premium track, which is all 40 tiers, and the free track. The free track is going to be a lot of the legends that you would get through the booster, whatever it was. So you can originally get it there. Now it's all free. So your Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero's, Andre the Giants, people that you would normally have to pay your in-game currency to unlock, they're now on the free track. The premium track, you have your island virtual currency, you have taunts like the 6-7 taunt, you have MyFaction cards like this is Morgan, there is a Dominic Mysterio. You can also see on the free tier you're getting these old championships like the Divas Championship, the $1 Million Championship. And so you can see the DLC characters are locked on tier 1, which is as soon as you buy it, you get El Hijo de Vikingo. You can see Lady Flamer here at tier 7, Psycho Clown at tier 13, and then you have Mr. Iguana at tier 20. There is 40 tiers on the Ringside Pass, so it's cool you're getting the 4 DLC characters relatively early in the first half of the pack. It's also cool that they put my favorite character at tier 1 and not tier 4, so we'd have to grind out the season pass to get the character I want to play as. I still don't love the idea of having your DLC characters locked behind a paywall and then have to unearn them with the battle pass. I'd rather you have to if they want to simply just tier 1 is all 4 DLC characters, the rest is just MyFaction tokens, virtual currency, championships, stuff like that, new moves. I'd be more okay with that. I don't like taking it and making me have to now grind for the championship. Again, here's the AAA Championship tier 24. There's Persona, so there's a Legion of Fatu. The elites are just, I believe, the the WWE action figure version of them. I never really liked those. There's the other AAA Championship here, the Mega Championship. There's a Stephanie Vaquero, the blue attire Persona, and there is some more move sets. There's a Triple Mania arena here and the Worlds Collide arena, as well as on the free tiers, Hollywood Hogan and the Fiend. So that's gonna be the season pass. I do like how we're getting more content in each season. I just wish the DLC characters were more accessible right away, but we are getting more content and overall in the entire arena or the entire Ringside Pass. So far I'm cool with it. I'm intrigued to see what the other passes are going to be and characters are going to have. I hope they don't run out of ideas and just start recycling content, because that's not really cool. But give me a TNA pack, give me a Legends pack, an ECW pack, stuff like that, something that I'd be interested in. But let me know in the comment section below, which DLC characters would you be interested? Cause me, I want Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy. Anything else, kind of second tier, but give me Jeff, give me Matt, and I'll be happy. And before you leave, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe.